Hi friends, welcome back to my channel, Sammy Plans. In today's video, we are talking all things the month of January and my January goals. So if that sounds like fun, sit back, relax, and I will be right back. Hello friends, I cannot believe that it is officially January 2025. It's crazy. It's also exciting. I love the start of a new year. And today we are going to be talking about my monthly setup in my MäksēLife planner, as well as my goals for January. So let's go ahead and just jump right on into it. So typically when I do a monthly plan with me, I will film it and kind of go through my process of what that looks like. But I really wanted some time to just plan and play in my new planner. And I'm trying some new things out and experimenting. And so I decided to do all of this off camera. So we're just going to talk about it. But in February, I do plan on actually doing a monthly plan with me. And so here is the cover page, dashboard page, I don't know what to call this page, but the intro page of January. I got these really cute scripts, monthly scripts, in the Hank and Plan Christmas Advent from this past year in 2024, and I'm obsessed with this font. I just need my name in this font and everything else, and I'll be happy. But I decided that I was going to use these throughout my planner. And so I use the black and white one for this page. And what I'm going to be doing with this page is memory keeping. I can show you what one looks like when it's done. So here's January of this past year. I will cut out pictures and post them on that page just to kind of like have a memory spread situation. And as you could also see, I typically have a Steve die cut sticker that goes here, but I don't in this planner because I'm still waiting. We're all still waiting for information on the 2025 Celebrations collection from Christian Designs. And since we don't have any information, I don't have any info on that. I needed to get my planner set up. I'm doing a lot of different things differently than I typically do, because that usually is the core of my monthly planning, is the Celebrations collection. So we just have to pivot a little bit this year. Once it's released, I'm still planning on purchasing it. I will just use it within my weeks more than throughout my whole planner like I did in 2024. But it's fine. We're just going to make that work. But this page is just for memories, pictures, any like ticket stubs that I get from like movies, cut out like little program things. It will go here. Then here is my monthly setup, and I really like how it turned out. I really sat down before I did this and evaluated what I liked from last year and what I felt like I needed to change for this year. And I feel like I have a good happy medium of both. And so what I kept was, I love this Christian Designs font for the days of the week. And I love a Monday start planner. MäksēLife does not offer that currently. And so I decided, once again, I'm just going to redate my monthly planner. It does not take that long, and it's worth it to me. And so I have my Monday start. And then I also, last year I made my own stickers, but I actually had a stash of days of the month stickers, monthly stickers from Christian Designs in this font. And so I am just going to use those throughout the year. And I love it. Love it so much. Other things I kept is like tracking birthdays, church, the typical things that I have going on every day or throughout the month. I kept that. Some things that are different, obviously the stickers. I did decide to go with Handkin Plan's monthly stickers this year. Once again, love this font, and she did it in all of the colors that she has the monthly sticker kits for, and so I just decided that's what I'm going to do, and that's how I'm going to tie in my seasonal aspects that I love so much in my planner. And so this is January. It's blue. It's wintry. I know these colors go more off of the Erin Condren traditional colors, but honestly, when you look at them and the way that Handkin Plan designed them, it's really more seasonal based with the color than anything, and so it's gonna work, and I'm not worried about that at all. And so I love how simplistic this looks with the dash of color for January. Some other new things, instead of the holidays, obviously from Christian Designs, I am using the holiday stickers that I got in the 2024 Handkin Plan Advent Calendar. And this year, it also came with cute little like deco icons for them. And so for some of them, I'm using them. I'm not going to use them for all of them, but I thought that was super cute. And so I love that. I'm also tracking my weeks being pregnant. And then the other big thing that I'm changing this year is, in the past, I like to turn these spreads into like journaling memory spreads. Let me pull out my planner again from last year. So here's January from last year. So at the beginning of the year, of the month, I guess I should say, it starts out with everything you see here. Just like my monthly appointments, things I have to get done throughout the month, holidays, that type of stuff. And then throughout the month, I use my mild liners to add some color, and then I journal a little bit about what I did each day. I felt like, and I've done that for like 2 or 3 years now. It's fun, and I really liked it, but I really want to be more intentional and deep with my reflections and journaling, which is why I bought my journal for this year. And so instead of doing that in here and having like these just like little tidbits of information about what's going on in my life in my planner, I'm just going to journal it all in my journal. And I'm going to use my monthly spread really for its purpose of being a monthly spread and being more functional. Hence why you see all of these things with the little dots. These are my goals for the month. And the weekly stuff I have broken up and scheduled it already in my planner. So that way I am trying to be more intentional about getting things done instead of just writing it on my goal page, which we'll see in a minute, and then hope I get to it. I'm really already making the time and scheduling for what day I'm doing those things. And then when I do my weekly planning, it will be scheduled in there as well, instead of me trying to figure out how am I going to squeeze this in. The only exception to that, I guess I should say, is the red ones. That's just for work, and those will just be my meetings that I have. But the rest of them are scheduled things that I would like or I need to get done each month, and so we're scheduling them. I do need to add a couple more for myself, but I really like how that turns out. And I just like having the little dot there to remind me, like, oh, yellow is personal, green's financial, purple is for family, orange is for fun, that type of stuff. And so that is the whole situation behind the monthly, and I just really like how this turned out. And then on to my goals. I got a little bit more creative, I guess you could say, and doing this spread. And so before we get into my January goals, I do want to share this, and this is one of the things that comes from the quarterly toolkit from MäksēLife. It's a page for your quarterly goals. I really like that it's one piece of paper, but you can fold it. And then I just added a coil clip to it so I can have it living in my planner, but like move it throughout each month of the quarter so I can check in with these things. And so really quickly, I want to share these with you because they go with my goals for January. But every month this year, I guess I should backtrack. This year, I am having a focus for each area of life. And so these focuses will not change. They're like the guiding words for that area of life. But the words for each month might change a little bit depending on what my focus is. But for personal, the focus is self-compassion. So I want to start journaling weekly and then read 6 books between now and January until the end of March. For fun and recreation, the focus is connection, and I want to host a game night. That is one of the things I still need to schedule for January. Work and learning, the focus is purpose, and I want to set student testing goals and then build maternity plans and prep for leave. For the setting goals for my students, I'm already thinking about tweaking that a little bit. I want to show them their testing data, but I am not going to be there for testing this year because I will be on maternity leave. And so I just want them to set goals for themselves, but it's really not something I am going to be able to track this year. But this is going to be kind of like a trial and error run. So next year, I kind of know what I want to focus on with my students with that. And then for family and relationships, the focus is stability. So establish 2 family routines / traditions. I don't know what to call that yet. For health and wellness, the focus is strength, and I want to incorporate light daily movement and then begin planning my postpartum checklists. For spiritual, the focus is faith, and then I just want to establish a daily scripture routine. For financial, the focus is security, and that is just to create and follow a monthly budget. And then physical environment, the focus is simplify, and I just want to declutter the main spaces in my home and get baby spaces set up. So we are expecting a baby in March, and we're not going to have a full-blown nursery like we did with Emery, just because we have one less bedroom than we did in our other house. And so we were thinking that for right now, really the baby spaces will be within our own room. So setting up the bassinet, just getting that kind of stuff ready, making a space for his clothes and diapers and all the things. But just having those type of spaces though set up throughout the house, if we're downstairs and we need to change him for whatever reason, we can just do that downstairs and have that stuff down there, and then have stuff upstairs as well. That way we're not having to go up and down the stairs all day long. So that is the plan with that. But I'm really, really excited about this. I love that I'm able to move this around throughout my planner, where last year I just kind of had to tape in a page and it lived at the front of my planner by January. And I got stuff done, but I don't feel like I was as successful with it as I could have been. So let's go ahead and talk about January goals. So for personal, my focus for January is to reflect. And I want to reflect by having time for journaling weekly. I've already set that time aside for Sundays. Our church schedule has changed, which I'm super excited about. We now have 9 o'clock church, which is like the best time, in my opinion, to go to church, because we can just wake up and get ready and go, and then we are home by 11, and life is good, and I have the whole day to do what I want. And so I want to be able to set some time aside each Sunday and journal and really have some time to reflect on my week. And so there's that. And the kind of go along with that is to review goals and plan intentionally for the week ahead. So I want to do that reflection. I want to journal, but then I also want to make time to set up my planner and plan out the next week. I also want to read 2 books this month, 1 fiction, 1 nonfiction. And so I am planning on reading The Plan and Offer from a Gentleman, which is one of the Bridgerton books. My goal is to finish the series. I started it last year and I read the first 2 books, but I want to get the rest of the series done this year, so that way when the new season of Bridgerton comes out, I'm all set and can just enjoy the show. For fun and recreation, my focus is to connect, which is a variation of the word connection, but I want to host a game night with either family or friends. I just want people to come over to our house and have some fun for a little bit. But I did feel like hosting a game night, the only time we could do that before baby comes is in January, just because February I am just gonna be getting ready for her baby because he's due at the beginning of March, and so want to get this out of the way and just have some fun with it while I still can. I want to build a snowman with my daughter. I think that would be super fun. In my journal, I have a section where it's kind of like a bullet journal, and I've like set up these like little pages for bucket lists. And so one of the things is to build a snowman. I just wanted to do some simple seasonal things each season this year with my family, and so that's one of them. And we have gotten some fresh snow, and so I'm hoping it just keeps snowing, and so we have enough to actually make a legitimate snowman. And then I want to go out and have a mom's night out. I have some friends in our neighborhood. There's this like mom group, I guess I should say, in our neighborhood, and I want to be friends with them, make friends. It's a little hard because the majority of them are stay-at-home moms, and so sorry you guys, but anyways, I just want to befriend these women. A lot of them are stay-at-home moms. I'm a working mom, and so they have a lot of time that they get together for like play dates and stuff during the school days with their little kids, and I am at work while my daughter is at daycare / preschool. And so it's been kind of hard to be able to do things with them, but they do have something planned in January, and so I'm hoping to be able to get around and go to that. If not, I'm not going to beat myself up about it, but I still want to go out and do something, whether if it's by myself and have a mom's night out just with myself or with just a single friend. We will see how that goes. For work and learning, the focus is to get ready, and I made a list for my maternity leave prep. I need to find a sub still. I am desperately looking for a sub and did not think it was going to be this hard, but it's really hard to find someone who is certified and can teach for you while you're gone for 3 months. I have my lesson plans ready. I've created all of them. I just need to print them out. My plan is on making these binders with master copies of everything. That way, the sub just has to make copies and do the lessons. They don't have to plan anything. It's really just prepping on their part. I already have all of the lessons also uploaded and ready to go into Canvas. And so really, like, it's going to be super easy for them. They just have to grade things and prep. Everything is already planned. But I just thought for my peace of mind, knowing that they have all this stuff would be best. And then I do need to submit my FMLA and short-term disability paperwork so I can have my maternity leave and still get paid. And that's a whole thing. We're not going to talk about that. But I did find out that in the state of Utah, women can apply for short-term disability and not have to use all of their sick leave. And so I'm hoping that I'm able to qualify for that and get it. I won't know until February. And so I'm filing my paperwork as we speak. I waited until after our winter break to get it submitted. And so I am just hoping that it all goes well and I can just relax and enjoy the time with my new baby, because I've already told everyone, like, I'm not coming back. I'm not coming back until August. And so whatever happens, happens. With family and relationships, the focus is to cherish, and with having those like family traditions or routines, one of them is to have a Friday pizza night once a month. And so the whole thing behind that is just to get pizza, pick a movie, and enjoy some family time together at home. Super simple, fun. I like it because I don't have to cook. And Fridays are normally those days where I am like, hey, I am done. Let's figure this out. Easiest thing we can eat. I will go pick it up and we will do that. And so pizza night it is, once a month. It's going to be fun. And then I also want to have a date night with Sean. I'm really looking forward to this, actually, just because it's going to be one of our last date nights before baby gets here. And I really want to be intentional with the time that we are spending together, because I know we are going to be in survival mode in a couple months. Again, trying to now manage 2 kids and the rest of our lives. And I don't know, I just want to have some fun with him. And I always get so warm and fuzzy when I just talk about him, just because he is my person and my best friend. And I just really, really love him and appreciate him. And I love spending time with him. I also want to have a family night out with Emery and Sean. A last little hurrah, I guess you could say, before baby comes as well. This is kind of my version of like a baby moon, if you will. We never had one of those with Emery just because I was pregnant with her during COVID. And so we could not travel anywhere. And then I felt like it was kind of silly to have one this time around because we already have Emery. And so like we already know like what we're getting ourselves into, and I don't know, I just didn't want to do something without her. And so we're gonna plan a really big fun family night sometime in January and just enjoy our time as a family of 3 and get ready for this next chapter of our lives. And then I also just want to have a one-on-one mommy and Emery date. I have made a list actually in my journal, which if you want to like see more of this, let me know. I can share kind of a little bit more in detail my pages that I have in here, and if I add any more pages in here. But I made a list of Emery dates, and so my plan is just to put all these on strips of paper and then let her draw one out. Or I'll ask her first if there's something she wants to do, and if she doesn't know, we can draw one of these out. Some of them are to like go to a museum or go out and get ice cream, go shopping, and then others are more simple, like bake a treat at home, have a tea party, create art, just things like that. So fun things that I can do with my girl. For health and wellness, my focus is to prepare, and this is all focused around postpartum prep. I'm creating my checklists, and these checklists are a physical list of what I actually need for my postpartum care. When I had Emery, I was very, very in the dark and unaware of the types of things you needed right after you have a baby, and it really shocked me. And I kind of wish someone would have told me a little bit earlier, but no one did until I got to the hospital and had my baby, and the nurse walked me into the bathroom and had all this stuff. I'm like, what is all of this? What is going on? And they had to teach me how to use all of it. And so I want to be ready, because when we got home from the hospital, I had nothing. I had one nurse that was super sweet and like snuck some stuff in our room that we could take with us, but I really had nothing. And so I want to make sure this time around I'm more prepared with my postpartum care, making sure that I have everything from comfortable clothes to hygiene products to different snacks that can help build my energy, and just different things like that. Like, I just want to make sure that physically I am going to be taken care of while I am home with my baby. I also want to make a emotional checklist of signs of I'm doing good, I am mentally in a good space, versus I am not doing good, I am mentally not in a good space. And I want to give a copy to my husband and to like my mom, just like different people that I'm going to be seeing a lot during this time. That way, if I do feel like I am plummeting in postpartum depression, which I did have the last time around, I can actually talk about it and get help instead of bottling up all those emotions inside. And so that is the plan. I just want to take care of myself. And like I said, totally in the dark about a lot of things in that postpartum stage of pregnancy I did not know about, and I had to figure things out all on my own, and it was really hard. I think it was even harder because, once again, just during COVID, like 2020, and I was alone a lot because my husband still had to work, and because they were understaffed, he actually worked 2 different jobs to help cover their understaff problem. That's a whole other story. But so he was never home. People were quarantined. Like, no one really came over because we didn't want to get Emery sick as a newborn baby. And so very lonely in every sense of new motherhood and being during COVID. And so it was just really hard. And so I just want to make sure this time around I am taken care of, my baby is taken care of, and we will be okay. And then I also just want to focus on daily things like moving, stretching, walking, that sort of thing, eating healthy meals, and drinking lots and lots of water. For spiritual and personal growth, my focus is nourish, and that's really just to nourish my soul through daily scripture study. And then I have listed out my weekly study that my church does every week, and so I want to make sure I'm doing that as well. For financial, my focus is just to plan and to make sure that I have created my monthly budget, and so just to plan the time really to track my weekly expenses, which I have. That's one of the things I'm going to do every Sunday with my husband, is we're going to sit down and be like, hey, where are we at? What do we still need to pay for bill-wise? Do we need to cut back on anything? That sort of thing. And then lastly is physical environment, and my focus is to simplify. And really with this, it's just home maintenance stuff, weekly cleaning routine. We want to make sure that our house is in tip-top shape before baby gets here. And I want to declutter the main spaces of our house. I am still working on the bedrooms from December, but I also want to declutter our kitchen and just make sure that all of like the old food is gone. We have stuff stocked up and ready to go, and then just organize like dishes and things like that within our kitchen. And so those are my goals for January. I'm really excited. I like how I've broken them up, and they feel very simple, but they also, I feel like, just go along with what I am wanting to focus on and accomplish this year. And so I'm really excited. I think all of these things will bring a little bit more harmony to my life, which is what my word of the year is. And so I'm ready to go. I'm excited for January. It will be a good month. Let me know down in the comments below what is something you are excited for in the month of January, whether it be an event or something you have planned out or a goal. I would love to hear about it. Don't forget to like this video and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of my planning content here on YouTube. And until next time, guys, I'll see you all later. Bye.